Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had defied and blasphemed the God of heaven. After 7 years as a beast of the field, he acknowledged the power of God. He had learned at last the lesson all rulers need to learn, that true greatness consists of true goodness.
I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven, whose works are truth and his ways judgment, and those that walk in pride he is able to humble.
This public proclamation, in which Nebuchadnezzar acknowledged the mercy and goodness and authority of God, was the last act of his life recorded in sacred history. Following Nebuchadnezzar's death, evil Merodach, his son, ruled Babylon. He was a wicked ruler and lasted only 2 years. He was followed by Neriglissar, who was king for only 4 years. Then Nabonidus wore the crown of Babylon, but tiring of the strenuous task of ruling a great nation, he turned the kingdom over to Belshazzar, his son and grandson of Nebuchadnezzar. Under the foolish and weak guidance of these 4 kings, Babylon lost its high position among the nations of the world. Of the 4 kings, Belshazzar was the worst, living only for self-glorification and pleasure, passing his time in mirth and revelry. It was not long before reverses came.
Is everyone having a good time?
Of course we are. We always do when the kingy gives a feast. Long live Belshazzar, Shazar, king of Babylon.
General, you look unhappy, worried. Here, drink some more wine. Be gay.
I cannot help but worry, Your Majesty. The combined armies of the Medes and Persians, under command of Cyrus, are marching against Babylon. They are almost here.
Oh, listen, General. Are the walls of Babylon able to keep out any army?
They are massive and tall, Your Majesty.
The gates on the walls?
They are impregnable, Your Majesty.
How about food and water, General?
Babylon is well stocked, Your Majesty. We could stand a siege of several years' duration.
Babylon is not only a city, but a fortress as well.
Oh, my king is right. It is impossible for any army, regardless of how great, to take Babylon.
Then what are you worrying about, General? Hey, more wine for the General! Get drunk, General. Forget your troubles.
Yes. Medes and Persians are camped right outside the city, Your Majesty.
Don't worry, General. We're safe inside these walls. I told you that.
Yes, Your Majesty. The enemy is still camped out there, Your Majesty.
Now, what are they doing?
Nothing, Your Majesty. Well, that's what worries me. They're camped behind that hill, just this side of the river. As far as we can tell, they're just sitting there, waiting.
I'll let them wait. General, this party is too dull. Just a bunch of old fogey soldiers. I'm going to proclaim a royal feast, the biggest of all time. Go out and call the statesmen, the princes, the lords and ladies. Ooh, especially the ladies. Let's have wine, women and song. Hello!
Long live Belshazzar, king of Babylon.
You're the keeper of my treasure house.
I am, Your Majesty.
Somewhere in the treasure house are stored gold and silver vessels brought here from the temple in Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar. Do you know where they are?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Get them. Bring them to me immediately. Hey, more wine! Scribe. I want to make a speech.
I'll see if I can quiet them down, Your Majesty. Quiet, please. His Majesty has something important to say. Now, please, be quiet. You hear me? Quiet.
The king is going to make a speech. speech. I adore his speeches. I love them. He says such wise and smart things. How about more wine, King?
Sir, help yourself.
Your wise and powerful king wishes to make a speech. Now be quiet and hear his message.
Quiet, hold! Quiet, shh. I see these gold and silver cups and vessels. They are from the Israelite temple in Jerusalem. They are supposed to be so sacred that they cannot be touched by unblessed hands. I say they are not sacred. I am above all gods, including the God of Israel. My servants shall pass out these so-called sacred cups and goblets to my princes and great men, my wives and concubines. From them we shall drink wine and praise the God of gold and silver and brass and iron and wood and stone. Down with the God of Israel!
Hail to Belshazzar, wise and powerful God of wine and merriment!
A bloodless hand, writing on the wall. The letters gleam like fire. Scribe, General! The words on the wall, the hand. Who's writing them? Scribe! Send those cups of gold and silver back. No, it's too late. I'm doomed.
Your Majesty, the hand is gone.
But the writing, it's still there. Can you read the writing, Scribe?
No, Your Majesty. But your wise men and astrologers, cannot they read the writing?
Yes, come forth, wise men and astrologers, and read to me the writing upon the wall.
We have tried, Your Majesty, and are unable to read the words. They are written in a very strange tongue.
I will give great riches and honor to anyone who can read the words.
I am sorry, Your Majesty, but we simply cannot understand the words.
Bow the knee. Her Majesty the Queen Mother enters.
Hail to the Queen Mother!
Long live the King.
This is no place for you, Mother.
It is no place for anyone. O King, there's a man in this kingdom in whom is the spirit of the holy gods. His name is Daniel.
Daniel.
Let Daniel be called, and he will read the words and give the king their interpretation.
Scribe, send for this man at once and fetch him hither. You are Daniel?
I am, Your Majesty.
I've been told that you can read the writing up there on the wall and give an interpretation. If this be true, I shall clothe thee with scarlet and place a chain of gold about thy neck, and thou shalt be third ruler of the kingdom.
Keep your gifts, O king, and give your rewards to another. Yet I will read the writing and make known to the king the interpretation. O king, thou art a king of hardened pride. Thou hast not humbled thyself, but have exalted thyself above the God of heaven, and desecrated the gold and silver vessels from God's holy temple in Jerusalem. The part of the hand thou sawest was from God, and the writing is his. And this is the writing. Mene, mene, tekel, upharsin. This, O king, is the interpretation. Mene, God hath numbered thy kingdom and brought it to an end. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balance and art found wanting. Upharsin, thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians.
While still in the festive hall, surrounded by those whose doom he had sealed, the king is approached by a messenger.
O king, the armies of the Medes and Persians have entered into Babylon and are taking the city.
Entered Babylon? Impossible!
O king, they turned the river Euphrates out of its channel and entered the city under the walls. Even now the army stands under this palace where the river used to flow. Soldiers are all over the city. Babylon is falling.
And in that night was Belshazzar, king of Babylon, slain, and Darius of the Medes and Persians took the throne.